Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 1976 film Rocky. Now, as you know, Rocky is meant to be a 1976 independent sports drama film, which of course was meant to be written as well as starring Sylvester Stallone as the title character Rocky. And I think obviously we all know what the film Rocky was. About this story, about this whole upcoming boxer being something more than just kind of this sort of, how can I say, more of a underdog thing. And the premise of the film is meant to follow Rocky Balboa living in his city of Philadelphia, where he kind of lives his normal day life, doing obviously loan sharking. We kind of see obviously him sort of training at Mighty Mick's gym and living his normal average day life, until we see how Apollo Creed wants to hold a title bout, until he's informed that 5 weeks from the fight date that was scheduled, that his opponent is unable to compete due to an injured hand. And right away we see how Apollo Creed wants to challenge Rocky Balboa, and the whole point of the film is meant to go from Rocky being this underdog, from trying to be something better. And we see how the characters around him end up being affected by his life, but it happens differently. Like Mighty Mick, who's obviously meant to be Mickey Goldmill, is this former boxer who obviously is now training other future boxers. And right away we see how Mickey does have mixed feelings about Rocky. He sees him a little bit as this failed sort of project, but when he sees how Rocky is going a distance, he does offer to help train and make him into a better version of what he is. We see how Paulie does have his own personal demons, but it's always Rocky who understands from Paulie's perspective that he does need some help, support, and guidance. And when you've got his sister Adrian, obviously Rocky does have time to know her, and Adrian does see that Rocky does see the best in her, and it takes her longer to sort of figure that out. And I think the point of Rocky is like that guy who has things figured out. He knows he has to make best of what there is. Despite having a bit of a temper, he does always have to kind of see the bright side in things, always have to be the voice of reason. And I think we've all had to be that voice of reason when was needed, or having to be something better, despite people not really seeing it just yet. And I think the film does try to rely on this slowly paced, sort of more average script. It's obviously trying to build something up. It's obviously trying to show how it's meant to build Rocky to be this opponent for Apollo Creed to fight, but also showing the differences between them. Like Apollo Creed needing a challenge to prove that he's still as good as a heavyweight champion, where Rocky has time, motivation, and knows who help inspire, motivate, as well as having to be the voice of reason to help him be a better person. And I think the first film tries to rely on obviously what was given. Just a slightly weak script, slowly paced, but also having to be this underdog story going from being this boxing legend stuff. And I think we've all seen the film be referenced before by Family Guy, as well as by Hot Shots, as well as by In the Bends. And I think to me, Rocky is an okay film. It starts off slow, it obviously knows what it has to be, but it's just there to be this starting point to the whole Rocky franchise. A slowly paced script, a slowly paced story, and something there to go from this guy who sees things a lot differently, but wanting the best for obviously not just for other people, but wanting to be something better for himself. So I think the film definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. It's kind of okay, kind of alright, but just there to be the average Underdog storyline. So, comic book reviewer here, signing out.